Hi guys, how are y'all doing? Hope you're having a wonderful time. This up here, oh, that's just the 2021 USFL champions. What's up guys, welcome back, and today I want to take some time to talk about sports. And look, I know, some people just hate sports. That's fine, I'm not telling you to like sports. But for me personally, I love sports! Especially like the non-mainstream sports, the minor leagues, the farms, the kind of interesting niche sports that you will see in society. To me, those are personally my favorite. Don't get me wrong, I still enjoy going to the NBA, the MLB, and the NFL, but for me personally, I want to go see a G League game, or I want to see a MILB game, you know, go watch some of the minors, or maybe I'll go out and see competitive curling. I don't really know, but that to me is a lot more interesting than, say, just going to an NFL game. There have been many attempts to create a farm system for football back in the day to even right now, but none of them have been able to successfully fill the void. Well, folks, that is the USFL, and that's entirely what this video is about. See, back in the early 80s, the USFL actually started their own league, and they were successful. Former presidents were even part of it, and it ultimately folded after 3 years because they just couldn't accomplish keeping it running, especially with the NFL getting in the way of the USFL. However, after 40 years, unlike the rest of those spring leagues, it took a different turn. It got hired or taken over, I guess, by Fox, which is weird, because normally speaking, we see, you know, some minority owners and a majority owner come in and take ownership, and they hire a commissioner and they bring the whole thing in. No, this has been treated like a television show from the start to the end. This is Fox. This is a production company coming in, finding the best possible spot. With the AAF and the XFL, those former spring leagues, I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention, primarily because I had a lot of other things going on in my life, as well as just it wasn't intriguing because I was the only one really watching it. However, this year we decided to change it up. Me and my friends made a fantasy league. We all drafted a bunch of players. We paid a lot of attention. I think I watched every single game that was played this season, and it was so much fun. It was super entertaining. Then I come to find out that all the games are being played in Birmingham. So my friend Zach and I would always joke about going to Birmingham since it was actually not terribly far. And then we looked up the ticket prices. They're $10 a ticket. I mean, hell, $10 for 2 games. Why the hell wouldn't you go? So, me and my friend decided to drive the 135 miles, like 2 hours, to go to Birmingham to go see some USFL games in person. Here we go, folks.
I might get sunburned.
Yeah, that's why I wore sunscreen, but...
You wore sunscreen? Man, I am telling you, more prepared than I was.
We are here. Stadium.
What are they protecting?
I don't know, but
they're protecting me from seeing KaVontae Turpin, but that's not going to stop me.
That's not going to stop you?
No.
Okay, we got to go to the south gate, and then we'll be good to go.
Okay.
We're actually going to go see a USFL football game, dude. We just drove 135 miles to spend $10 to go see a game. What could possibly go wrong?
Why do people have to wait till September to watch football?
That's a good point. That is a very good point. This should be fun. We'll see you inside.
Dude,
we actually
look
made
at
it.
this
Hold
view.
on.
This is the look. It's the shot.
This is actually insane. Like, that's like the whole ass field. And they've got all sorts of stuff on the monitor. Holy crap. This is so cool. This is honestly amazing. You enjoying it?
It's kind of like a mind blowing. What am I doing?
I don't even know what we're doing here, but we should probably go try to find some food and like other stuff.
Yo, I'm trying to spot out the real stuff.
I don't know. We're just gonna have to walk around. So let's walk around. We were hanging out during pregame, and we kind of came up with 2 different goals for the span of the first game, really centered around Zach's star player, KaVontae Turpin, who would later go on to win the USFL MVP. Whenever KaVontae Turpin would have a big play, you'd see Zach either shout out, "It's Turpin time," or search up what time is it, and then use like the Google inspect element to edit it to say, "It's Turpin time." And he really just honestly loved that phrase. So our 2 goals for the day were, one, let's try to get something signed by KaVontae Turpin and have him write out "It's Turpin time." And then two, get him on camera specifically saying "It's Turpin time." First quarter was relatively defensive. Nothing really exciting happened. It was just a lot of heavy defense. I think there was one field goal scored by the Generals, but that was pretty much it.
First quarter's finished. Love to get your thoughts.
Honestly, not even about the game. The stadium's honestly really nice.
Yeah, it's actually quite a pretty stadium.
I actually really like the stadium. Like everything about the home side. Also, some perfect weather.
Yeah. And they're not. There seems to be no security regulation whatsoever. You can go pretty much wherever you want.
I honestly think you could just walk in here if you tried hard enough. You could just walk in.
Which just is even more amazing about this whole experience as a whole. Is just like the fact that no one cares.
I mean, you guys.
Granted.
You got some diehard fans here. Like, you guys cheer on every play. It's kind of cool.
I've seen a lot of like actual gear for the teams, which was not what I was expecting. There's our boy.
I'm just watching my man with the bandana.
Yep. He's about to go sit on this bench right here. No, he's not. I don't know where he's gonna go.
Well, he's got to get ready because if they don't convert this, he's the returner. So he's got to get that hair, that majestic hair under the bandana, under the helmet, double layer.
Yeah. Very true. Now the sun's coming out.
Yeah. Now I'm going to literally cook like a lobster. So I'm ready to get served with butter soon.
This should be fun.
Yeah.
Then the second quarter began, and that's when our boy decided to say,
"Fine. I'll do it myself."
Turpin ultimately popped off with some explosive plays, in fact even running in the first ever kickoff for a touchdown in the history of the USFL. Despite all this, the Generals still were short at half, just trailing by a point to the Panthers. At this point, Zach and I were kind of strategizing ways to interact with Turpin, specifically since there wasn't a whole lot of security presence anywhere. So we decided to get ourselves as close as we could to the tunnel, and that's when we stumbled onto two fantastic individuals in Jake and JP. And I just want to take a moment to highlight JP's hat. Like, do you see this thing? This thing is packed with all sorts of signatures from the players. It really shows how dedicated he was. He had been there for every single game leading up to this point. I think with the exception of like 1 or 2 games, he had made it to every single one of them, was trying to get everyone's signature. It was crazy. Being next to the two of them, knowing that these guys were clearly professionals at being able to get the signatures from these players, made it really easy for our confidence to get boosted up. And then Zach handed me the hat, and then...
KaVontae! Could you write "It's Turpin time" and sign your name? Let's go!
KaVontae!
The fantasy memes live! Thank you so much, my man. Let's go!
Holy crap.
Yo!
We actually...
All right, we accomplished our mission. Let's go! Let's go! That was so lit.
Boom! First mission complete. We got the first one out of the way. That's fantastic. Now we gotta wait for the second one. The second half was a back and forth battle with a lot of chippiness and even some fighting at one point, but ultimately the Generals were able to overcome that 1-point deficit at half and sneak away with the win against the Michigan Panthers. Once again, we lined ourselves right back up with the tunnel, hanging out with JP and Jake. KaVontae was coming through, and that's when the second opportunity hit us.
Hey Turpin, you know what time it is?
Turpin time!
It's Turpin time! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
I think the best part about this clip specifically is that I come to find out not more than a day later that it actually ended up on the USFL Instagram account.
Hey Turpin, you know what time it is?
Turpin time!
It's Turpin time! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Which is just crazy. I think it really solidifies myself as a USFL community legend, given the fact that I was able to get one of the players to say a meme catchphrase and get on the Instagram. That's just awesome to me. We had to hang out in the stadium for about an hour in between games before we got to see the Birmingham Stallions, that home team, against the Houston Gamblers. We just really sat in some big-ass chairs, watched everyone practice their field goals, watched, you know, everyone warm up, and even the little Stallions, you know, entrance into it with pyrotechnics. Honestly, the whole thing wasn't completely safe. I don't know how they're capable of doing this. I guess the parents have to sign waivers, but literally it's just like kids standing there within feet of these giant-ass pyrotechnics. This seems like so many different code violations, yet they still do it regardless. It blows my goddamn mind that they, you know, are allowed to even do these types of things. It's just absolutely absurd.
Oh, let's go. Oh yeah, that's dope. We have a rule. We can't ever forget our brother Blob. Now with that being said, yo man, you gotta tell me what's the deal with everyone asking about your mom? I'm just like really curious, man. Like, you know, is that your mom? No? Can I meet your mom? Is that like possible? Maybe? Okay. We might have to make that happen at some point. Yeah. I'll let you know. I'll send you a message on Discord. Yeah. You know what's up.
Going into this game, we kind of had this expectation that the Stallions were going to have a bit of a home team advantage, given the fact that, you know, there were a lot more fans in the crowd for this game. They were doing a lot more heavy marketing during this game. It was like a WWE night for it. And the fact that, of course, you know, the Houston Gamblers were 1-7. This was going to be a clear lock for a W for the, you know, Stallions. Right?
Friends along the way.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien. Hola.
These guys are legit.
Blob just did the Gangnam Style.
Is he doing it? Oh my god. It's kind of hard to see because I can't swap my camera around. But yeah, we were having a fantastic time.
What's going to be going on.
We managed to get a lot of stuff done with Turpin. You can actually check it out like right now. Just absolutely crazy stuff. You know, all the mascots are out for this game. The sun's kind of setting, so it's a little bit nicer out. But all in all, I mean, we've had so much fun. I'm trying to see if Blob can hopefully snag me a shirt. We'll wait and see what happens.
Apparently fucking not. Despite everything in the world, the Stallions somehow managed to come up short. These fans were in it all the way till the fourth quarter. I just honestly don't know what happened to the Stallions during this game. It was kind of revolutionary to my own brain. This team had been so dominant for literally 8 weeks straight. For them to just come up short against the Gamblers, who literally were the best team at choking away the win, just it was mind-boggling.
I am left-handed.
Yeah, I know.
And we just wrapped a very long day at Protective Stadium for the USFL. Zach, your thoughts?
My thoughts is that I'm going to need a lot of aloe vera.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of hard to see because it's darker, but like you can see where the sunglasses were.
I have a visor.
I probably should have gotten
Top Golf?
Yeah, no, I'm tired and we need to get home. But like, all in all, I'm content. You know, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm content because we managed to accomplish the main goal that we were trying to look for, which was get KaVontae Turpin to say it's Turpin time and get a signed something from him with it's Turpin time. He was totally down for it.
We didn't even do that. We actually just changed the entire General's marketing. I think next week you're gonna expect it. You're gonna see what time is it on the Gamblers like Twitter account. Like, stay tuned.
That's the goal. That is the goal.
Like, they literally just
if we can achieve that, I'm content, you know? But
yeah, I don't even know what
huge, massive, like the biggest possible shout out we can give to JP and Jake for coming in clutch, just showing us everything that we need to know. That was an act of God right there. That was straight up an act of God. I can't believe that happened.
We pull up on him, they're like, oh, this guy's got a hat literally full of signatures. I think
he knows what he's doing.
I think we know who to talk to.
Yeah, that was honestly amazing.
If you get the opportunity to go to USFL games, please take the time and effort to go do it. It's awesome. I definitely think it's worth it, especially for $10 for 2 games. That's a literal steal. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!